Uncle Medi, Adibidi Medi, Uncle my dog, Uncle my dog, Basanya asoka kumwenda era asoka kumwenda yewagulira miliyoni namba owokubiri avaawo n'emitwalo 5.
Ainanga chini.
Iya Kazibwe B Mansoor Bwanika 0 rest 9 tuzanya asoka ku mwenda Iranga n'ikiremu ya iya twagitegedde ku kivulu ky'abawandi nakyo mu Roxbury tutegera ati iya y'olibyo ye software Urusaga iya Kazibwe aka software kitegeeza mulinayo kompyuta nzeyimanyido ate na software agendako kyokka ate mulinamu ne hazard abisaanyawo byonna bikulu eromisi kale ezanye bagambye ebyokunywa bikyaliyo mu kawunta n'ebyokulya ebiri mu ffumbiro temubitulekera
Comment section, microphone check. Comment section. Good morning, Africa. After what? 9 hours, after 16 players, after 16 matches, we have the last of them all. Legendary Bwanika Mansoor is returning to the pool table after a long while where he has been missing in action and returns the way that he knows how to. He's up against Ian Kazibwe. The race of the final is 9, and the prize for the victory is the chance to be called the winner of the 16-man comp that is being organized right here at KIRO Star City, in the city of Kampala, right opposite Total Fuel Station in Rubaga. Once again, current score is 2-0. Ian is in the lead. These two players have the two most lethal left hands in the business in the country, and also some of the most lethal left hands, not just in the region, in my opinion, but also on the continent. Down but not yet out is Bwanika Mansoor. He is a very competitive customer, well accomplished, one of the most accomplished Ugandans ever in terms of titles won, at least considering events organized by the Polo Association of Uganda. Ian Kazibwe this year has been a distant better player against his opponent, a winner of 7 comps like this one. If he gets to win this match, Ian, he will have won the 8th. He is the only player that has been close to Caesar in terms of number of comps won since the start of the year. It is Caesar on 12 and Ian on 7, trying to make it 8, playing like he pretty much could. Last time out that he won any tournament, Ian, was about perhaps 5-6 weeks ago, comp that was organized at Luki's Pool Arena. He did defeat Ibrahim Kayanja in the final by 7 frames to 4, racing to 7. As for Mansoor, the last time out that he ever won a comp was the whole of 1 year ago, and this is the biggest of them all comps that are organized in Uganda, defeating Ibrahim Sejemba on time rule and winning Uganda's car comp, the Nile Special National Open Pole Championship. It was 30th of November 2024, a victory that made him only the second player ever to win, actually the third player ever to win the National Open title more than once, replicating an achievement that had been gotten first by Jonah Turige, the legendary joker, and Fahad Sewankambo. Mansoor won 2 as well as the other 2. The difference with Mansoor is that that tournament became the 8th event of the Polo Association of Uganda in the men's singles that he was winning, putting himself separate from Jonah Turige Joker and Sula Matovu, together with Mansoor, who before the day were on 7 each. Mansoor now on 8, becoming the most accomplished player in terms of men's singles titles of the Polo Association of Uganda in history. It is in these weekly comps that Ian has bettered everybody in the country besides Caesar. And yet he looks to be on the verge of winning a 3rd in a row against the fellow left-hander. Now here is on target seemingly. The pot of the black to the corner pocket will be a formality. There he comes, there he puts, there he leads by 3 frames to 0.
Kazibwe 30, Mansoor Bwanika 0. West 9.
Nenga yari kazi nenga kana bakusitiri nenga kana singa ndaba okujja muka
Just in case you're only now joining this live stream, dear viewers, it is a race to 9 between Bwanika, Mansoor donning black and brown. By the way, they are having very similar design, both of them donning black tops and brown pants, but Mansoor is the one that is having his headgear around his head. He's Uganda's current national champion. He won the national title that was concluded close to 1 year ago, defeating, I remember, Ibra Sejemba, I remember Joseph Kasoze, I remember Hazard in the same comp, to become a proud winner of 2 cars, the second in the association's history, but third overall in terms of winning the National Open title more than once. For Turije Jonah, who was the first person to win the National Open more than once, his first big prize was not a car, it were 2 pool tables. He has participated today, Turije Jonah, losing out in the first round to the same Mansoor by 7 frames to 4. In this one, frame number 4 could as well go the way of Ian, who has been a distant better player, as distant as he has been in comparison to Mansoor all throughout the year. Mansoor has gotten a very long year. I'm told it's only about a few weeks ago that he resumed training. Maybe he was enjoying his comfort, maybe he didn't see too much reason to train when he got his prize asset. He likes comps organized by the association. He has won them more than anyone. Ian has never won any of such. To reach this level, Ian's first round opponent was Hazard. Second round opponent was Caesar. Third round opponent was Ibra Kayanja. As for Mansoor, his first round opponent was Turije Jonah. Second round opponent was Computer. Third round opponent was Dog City. Both of them have defeated very tough opponents to reach this level. Both of them very deserved qualifiers, at least into the final. You just get a feeling that Ian has been playing somewhat better in the final so far. He is so far bigly better. He did win the Hoima Open, the Entebbe Open, the comp in Zana. All this year, he did win the Uganda National Pro League with his team Roxbury. He did win the Kim Masters International Carnival men's team event with Roxbury. He did win the award of most valuable player of the tournament. He could make himself $300 richer, which is the prize for the winner of this match. The second taking home $150. The Ugandan comps, the weekly ones, don't have too much money on them, but it is worth it. Apart from the chance to win the money, there's also no shame in making yourself more fit and checking how ready you are for bigger tournaments that are coming your way. The left-hander is in serious business here. Ian on the verge of potting yellow and black to the corresponding corner pockets, top and right, perhaps top and bottom, or left and right, whether you're watching on Facebook or YouTube respectively. The pot of the black gives Ian a 4 frames to 0 lead. Once again, Ian Kazibwe 4 and Bwanika Mansoor 0. In the meantime, the live stream of this final is on 2 platforms: Break and Finish Live Facebook, as well as Peter Chobe Live YouTube. Vertical Facebook stream, horizontal YouTube stream. Both streams look neat. Maybe the YouTube stream is a little bit neater and has a bigger percentage of the screen occupied by the table bed. The pool table that we are using for this final is Diplomat Super League. It's a very old table, but a very effective table. Also makes playing look a little easier than some table brands. It could be a 5th this ongoing frame. Very likely it will. The 2 yellows that are rightwards if you're watching on YouTube, or bottomwards if you're watching on Facebook, should be played first. Playing the cue ball into another yellow. Ian seems to have lost some bit of his rhythm. It should have been a very little tap between cue ball and the second yellow after contact with the one he has spotted. He has found himself now in trouble. With the most likely scenario, a chance to his opponent at least to play again. He has decided to go defensive. I'm not so certain it will be defensive enough, because Mansoor has a ball he can put with ease. The red, which is closest to the center pocket bottom on Peter Chobe Live YouTube, perhaps center pocket left on Break and Finish Live Facebook. But Mansoor is just as well not playing that well, most especially in terms of the attacking sense of the game. Maybe realizing that he hasn't gotten his potting right, he's deciding to play yet another snooker. He will certainly know that he is snookered Ian. Certainly knowing that he will need a very skilled shot to find the yellow, let alone pot it, carving the cue ball around the red to find the yellow. It will be something if he got it right. at least he finds the yellow, though he doesn't pot. His intention was seemingly to pot. It was always going to be very difficult, even finding the yellow with that kind of skill. You would give him credit for. Mansoor won't mind. What he'll be minding is the yellow that is the red that is in between two yellows around the center pocket top. On Peter Chebe Live YouTube, it is center pocket right. If you're watching on Break and Finish Live Facebook. He's still a young man, Mansoor. Forget the fact that he's smaller in body size than Ian. He's the older of the two players. Ian only in his mid-20s. Mansoor is perhaps 27 years old and has been a top player for the last decade. He was a very young boy. In fact, his first nickname is Moto. Moto is simply direct translation for a young person. He was so good to be so talented at the age of around 15, 16. He was already playing on the streets of Kampala. On another street of Kampala, he's trying to win a tournament, but will have to come from 4 frames to kneel down. Perhaps this one could be the first frame he's winning out of them 5, and he gets to put the black and gets to pull one back. It's Mansoor 1 and Ian 4. Thank you for the patience, dear viewers, and staying awake for all this time. I'm speaking to well what 450 of you that are watching this one live on Facebook and YouTube. And also thank you for the thousands that will be watching this action more way after the live stream is ended. The stream once again is on both Peter Chobe Live YouTube as well as Break and Finish Live Facebook. It is the final of a 16-man comp that has been happening for the most part of the day and the wee hours of the following morning from the 7th of November 2025 here at KIRO Star in Kampala. 6 frames to 2. Ian is leading against Mansoor, racing to 7. Winner is taking on $300. The loser is taking on 150. Mansoor is just coming back into competition. He's really been missing in action. He's been the missing puzzle in Ugandan pool. Yes, you want to win a comp when he's part of it. The last comp that he won was the biggest of them all organized in the country. The car comp, that is why he's parking a Mark X outside the venue. It's what he won after defeating Ibrahim Sejimba in the final on the 30th of November last year. Here he is, breaking frame number 9, makes one red. He has to know that he needs his attacking prowess to come into the foil. He has those defensive antics sometimes that he likes to use to utilize. The likes of Ian sometimes can make themselves beatable when playing as such. There has been joint third position between Ibrahim Kayanja and Dog City. Both of them taking positions number 3 after not playing the third place match. And then, however, of these players will be winning, this will be number 1. The loser will be number 2. The other 12 will not be in the money. There's also been $60. Yes, 60. That is going to be given to Herbert for winning that pre-final match against against Yahya. Abaswali Hassan and Mwami Nyinimo asking about the race. It is race to 9. Big Nasoy, can you say that to win a tournament nowadays you just have to beat Caesar and you'll be a winner? No, Caesar is not in the final, guys. For Ian, he must beat Mansoor. For Mansoor, he must beat Ian. But Mansoor needs to win 7 before Ian can win 3 out of the remaining 9, including this one. Now, this shot Mansoor is about to play must be big. He's playing backspin. Beautiful. Cable is, however, at a sharper angle compared to the position of the red than Mansoor will have fancied. But he recovers. The rest is a formality. Amidst a round of applause, it is now Mansoor 3 and Ian 6.
Kinera kimmazaako naye bw'okimpa nkinywe nkya.
Rest 1. 9.
teekayo nina kuzimpa nti wuno ataddeyo esatu.
I had a 2-minute internet glitch that did affect the YouTube stream. Please accept my apologies. I'm using hot-spotted internet, so I'm using it for one gadget, but even for the other gadget where it has ever been used before, it just connects automatically. And when the gadget is moved at some distance from the camera, I just find myself losing the signal. Being failed by technology, but at least now we are good to go. As well, Mansoor could be good to go. He's just been granted this big chance by Ian, who must be very wary that he's facing against a guy who is a real fighter. You don't win 8 tournaments of the Polar Session of Uganda when you don't know how to fight them battles. That is the fight I'm talking about. Ian, if he doesn't find the black, should he foul, more likely than not, Mansoor will be making a clearance. That will be a 4th frame 1 out of 10. Ian needs a left spin on the cue ball and find the black. At least, at the very worst, he must find the black. A left spin off bottom cushion, which is left on Facebook. Finds the black, not the way he would have wanted. In the same shot, he pots Mansoor's red. It is a foul. And for a free shot, Mansoor will be freeing one of his reds close to the pocket. And this is seeming like him rooting for a 4th frame, being 1 overall and 3rd in a row. He has had a very rough year after ending the year 2024 the best way he could have ended it. That is the champion's clearance. It is now 6 frames to 4. Maybe. In case you're supporting Ian, please hold your celebrations. It is not yet done. 10 frames played. A maximum of 8 to go. That is the maximum. Mansoor 4 and Ian 6.
Nakauta. Wapi tofona? Wangu tu.
sikwagala wanta obukofiira
I cannot believe my eyes that about 15 minutes ago, Ian was leading by 6 frames to 1. In the next 15 minutes, Mansoor seems to be winning a 4th frame in a row, to the effect that he will be within 1 frame of Ian. Big backspin cue ball off the cushion. And he seems to be having the lion's share of the funds. Both players seem to be having very good roots in the area. Maybe they seem to be having sympathy with Mansoor, the fans, for the fact that he's been that player that is just coming from behind, trying to regain his place and status as Uganda's number 2 seeded player. Bwanika Mansoor 5 and Ian Kazibwe 6. 7 frames to go, a maximum of 7 of the 7. Ian will be needing 3 and Mansoor will be needing 5. It's actually 6 frames to go. Sorry, 7. Yet another comp is being completed. Second comp I'm streaming this week as we round off yet another very, very, very memorable year. It has been a lot of streaming for me. I've streamed dozens and dozens of comps and events. I ended last year streaming. I started this year streaming. I was streaming on the 31st of December. I was streaming on the 1st of January. And I remember that midnight, 1st January this year, I was traveling from one venue to another to stream the following day. It can be that tedious. Venues that were about, 200 kilometers apart. But now, Mansoor is 1 frame apart of Ian. That's why Ian, some colleagues of his just call him software. Must make sure you don't want your opponents to equalize against you, especially given the big lead you are having, most especially if you are Ian. And I can tell you that for me, when Ian is playing his sublime game, he's so similar to Mansoor back in the day. Mansoor was a very, very, very attack-minded player, playing with the left hand, which was so lethal and so good at management of the cue ball. That is something that Ian does so well, and he has really been consistent this year. He's one guy that though being ranked out of the top 15 by the police station of Uganda, at least by the police station of Uganda, they decided to invite the top 12 for selection trials, the top 12 seeded players. But seed number 12, Moses Omara, was dropped in favor of Ian for the selections, which he won. The same selections that had the Ibras and the Caesars and the computers and the Mansoors and the Hazards. And he topped the table into the African Ultimate Pro Championships. He's rated that highly. But he has this task of making sure cue ball may have to be played. Here's the question to support its movement to the middle point of the table. How okay he will find this shot he has just played will be relative. The red ball that is topwards if you're watching on YouTube, or rightwards if you're watching on Facebook, will most likely now be played first. With rolling it to the corner pocket. Top right on Facebook, bottom left on YouTube. He has to play it with big top spin to avoid its movement into the center pocket, which he does, and will now put the last red on the table to the center pocket, but with big back spin, also guiding its movement such that it doesn't have to go into the center pocket. There he is. He is okay. Mansoor just moves across the arena to stand behind Ian to just make sure I love the sportsmanship. That please, dear opponent, concentrate on your shot, not on me. I don't know why Ian is feeling all this pressure. Maybe the final, maybe the occasion, maybe the opponent, maybe the seeming likelihood that Mansoor could equalize if Ian misses the pot. There are so many fans at the venue, all of them are in silent mode as we speak. He goes again, Ian. Hopefully for himself, he gets it in. Looks like it's in. No, it is not. And hungry Mansoor comes back again to pounce. Thank you for watching, my friend and partner in crime, Vary, watching the final as you do some breastfeeding in Harare. Perhaps we shall be commentating together if I get a chance to make it to the comp that is coming up next month. There has been some effective shooting from Mansoor here, and Ian now has his work cut out. He has to be efficient and effective, maybe at the same time lucky, as though he's trying out some combination shooting, as though he's playing the black away, whatever he's trying to do. There he goes. He was going for the bank. It was always going to be very difficult. Movement of the black has been intercepted by the white, but he was off target anyway. And now Mansoor goes again. On another day, maybe another player would have gone for the frame, maybe he was right, because it was not easy him getting on target any of the balls on the table, as though Ian is contemplating some skill shot in which he plays black off the bottom cushion if you're watching on Peter Chobe Live YouTube, or it's the left cushion if you're watching on Break and Finish Live Facebook. Find cushion first, then find black, try and put it to the corner pocket, perhaps direct or off the yellow. Off cushion, he almost produced something special, but almost will certainly not be enough. This looks like now Mansoor with a golden chance to have equal scores for the first time since the first frame was completed, because it is the last time that scores were level, only when it was at 0-0. Here is the champ, as he is called by the guy that I know as his fondest fan. He is called Bashir Kavuma, whom I don't even know that there is pool. He will be all over the comment section. No prizes for guessing what is about to happen next. It is Mansoor perhaps equalizing. He has used too much power, but I think we'll be okay. He will still be able to cut yellow to the center pocket bottom if you're watching on YouTube, or left if you're watching on Facebook. Have the cue ball bounce off 3 cushions, maybe 2. It was not clinical enough. It just lacked 2 more centimeters of movement. Seems to be not contented with himself. In the end, the shot that he became complacent about was the previous shot, where he played the cue ball with a little bit too much power, and now he's in trouble. He may be throwing away a golden chance that came for him to equalize. That is how close top players can be. In one moment, Mansoor was almost obviously equalizing. In the next moment, Ian is almost obviously taking a 2-frame lead. It can be that close, Whether he's contemplating defense, perhaps he wants the black to bounce off the cushion. Move the cue ball towards the right end of the table. On YouTube, it's the bottom end of the table. On Facebook, it's relatively safe, but the word relative is also relative. Very tempting for Ian, but very hard for him to produce anything out of it. Even defending is difficult. He therefore must try out something. Maybe try and cut the black to the corner pocket, maybe play some kind of bank and try and put it to the corresponding corner pocket, right where he's having his body. That is either bottom right or a sharp cut of the black to the top left, which is bottom right if you're watching on Facebook. To Melo Kilford, thank you for watching. Bossa Edwin, welcome to the stream. Sivnik Bwanika, thank you for watching. Andrew Sewanyana and Bajirende Jonas, thank you for watching. What will Ian do about this one? It is a very key moment in the final. He puts both black and white. Very unfortunate. He tried his best, but the best was not good enough. Mansoor wins with a little bit of luck. Ian 6 and Mansoor 6. Timeout. Ian.
Wait, Dakumeza. Get a wali. The wali. The wali. Okay, we feel Sokoje. Kamalemu mu 15 zo. Kamalemu kwata. Kamalemu.
Yes. Tugenda okugenda obaddewo koperate abazannyi nga bagamba abawagizi bafumba okumabbali. Tubadde tusaba n'obwongefuna tugumiikirizemu kati lweseferi obulabe byasigweko ekitadde ennyo ng'emutaano asooka ku goolo 3 bwetwaba kugenda ku disayida obulabe goolo 5 omuwagizi waba ali mu mmeeza osobola n'omwahayiwaba tamulinaako obuzibu naye bw'otawagira balaba ali mu mmeeza osirika busirisi olwakimesawulamu kyekituweesa ekitiibwa so awo oba omuzannyi wo si ali mu mmeeza bambisirika oba olaba mu mmeeza osobola okukola buli kyoyagala sakibanga tekikukosa naye bakirinaako obuzibu naye era naye wakibaako n'obuzibu era nakyo tokkirizibwa fulu muzannyo gwagongo okyamaliramu kati nga sente egenze okuva kwemu gubaddeko 6 kati buli 6 resto 9 waliwo abafulumye nga bagamba biwedde kakati bizze olutuzeewo bupya resto 3 for 1 million bazadde
ate waliwo ababeera mu komiti abuuza mugamba tinazanya omwamuzi afuna sente ati nze kukooti
Ani abuuza?
wembeeredde kulaba
Ayagala twongerako.
zemba nezimanyi
sibyagala ebyo esibe nakuyigiriza kyekotarget yongako target binakuyiriza birowooza nnyo
ekitiko kyakitala
olina ne
kino ekitiko sebo nagamba kino ekitiko
abasinga
yasomasomayo
waliwo ekitiko kulira kubyo ekikoni kigira kikyambo
akulaga wapindiga
batemanyi baba bazira
anebeera olinga wajja muprofairo
Nabasala nakono. That's right. Nasala kuko
following us Sister Vincent, you see Yani Gwe Kemchi. Nyina mwene yoyo wa Rukia kalina yene z'amaanyi wansi ye eriyo kano ka short boy kalabi kike kitike kiteke mwana tikoko yazisire bagamba akuba ezange nga tebagira yatebawedda wedda namalawo bagamba tebamulawa kale olaba kikadde olazire kawansi eno zaali zitambula ninabuzire azanyabe ekale yabagemu tata esuka kubyala wano Zambia Kamoni Kamoni omukulu yawaza olinganze mbalanga mazumi gamu amukola kamuba
byonna bino sente agala kyokona
Montia.
Buji towagira tozanya totala Bro. Jangu took me gently.
We are number one.
Simu hii ya
Omusajja naawe otambuza kamera obadde weesikira mu mipiira ogamba weesikanga gunywa
Nasibya akabakula ndeka nesike. Nasibya akabakula mutwala 2 nyingi. Sere tono. Nasibya akabakula mutwala ako. None nesikira mu kamera. N'omusanga. Niyo.
Come on.
Same pocket, madam. Yeah, put them over.
Ian is Thank you, sir. Thank you, sir. Checho.
There we go. There has been a touch of very beautiful class from Ian. The manner in which he has not only won the previous frame to make it 8, but also the way in which he won by reverse dish to make it 7. It is now 8-6. Ian needing 3 frames to go. Mansoor must win them all or else succumb to second place, which I think will be a very respectable second place, especially given the fact that he has been almost inactive in the game this year. Whichever frame now comes to the table will be the last if it is won by Ian. Now Mansoor breaks and makes 1 red ball and 1 yellow ball. Looks like he may want to go for the reds. I just think so. But the yellows look better. Maybe even much better. He will be going for the yellows and will want to close the table. If he doesn't, oops, he has gone for the reds. The decision is a little bit controversial. He can only be vindicated if he wins the frame, if he makes the clearance. There was, I think, 1 yellow that was portable to the same corner pocket. He has spotted the red. But Mansoor has gone for the reds. He's probably now on the verge of being vindicated. Yeah, he's got this thing about him being known as one of those players who take a lot of time in between shots. But when he decides to play with skill, he can mean to pot them balls with too much skill. The 4 reds that were piled around the same area where he's now playing from are now 2. And it is now 1. Frame number 17. It's actually frame number 15, which is on the verge of being won by Mansoor and to be won by break and finish. He's taking his time. Even when someone is crossing right, is moving across the playing area, he stands up again and refocuses and puts the rest is a formality. For black, there will be 1 choice, that is corner pocket top left on YouTube. Bottom, sorry, yes, it is top right on Facebook. Bwanika Mansoor by break and finish wins the 7th. It is 8-7. 2 frames to go. Mansoor needs to win them all. He's asking for another 2 minutes timeout, which umpire Jonah has granted. And for the timeout, Ian will be feeling the table the more. Once again, 8 frames to 7. Ian up against Mansoor in the final, racing to 9.
yogera ku by'emizannyo.
Ewaje netumesko. Ina kujikona wote.
Ono yakusala. Ata batati kyokwa siteke.
Panga bulungi. Teeza emipiira. Banze bubi ndya kisigo. Banze bubi.
And now it could be this frame. That will be the last of the entire competition. It could be the second last. But that is only if Mansoor can get to win it. If he does win it, we shall have a decider. If he doesn't, it will have been the very last. Big thanks once again for keeping me company. For now, the last 12 hours.
Wangula sero. Wangula. Chobe. Kono. Chobe. Wangula. Manika. Tuba tusigaze ataano. Wabi. Wabi. Wabi.
It could be the last frame of the match and the tournament. Ian getting closer, but maybe not close enough. There is one red which is dead of all them that is playing, the one that is so close to the yellow. The bottom end of the table, which is left end if you're watching on Facebook. He seems to be raring to go. It was always going to be difficult trying to win the frame, but he had almost perfected cue ball for the dead red. In that regard, you'd give him respect for the fact that he didn't pot. Mansoor will take it as a chance, and a very big one. Maybe not big enough because he has one of the pockets where he needs to pot a yellow, perhaps even the black if he's to go that far. It is occupied by Ian's red, the red he has played last. In that regard, you give him respect for the fact that he did what Mansoor. He has taken way too much time. It feels a little bit understandable. He knows that if he doesn't utilize the shot he's about to play, which now he has just played, he was pretty much guaranteed of losing the frame. If he loses the frame, he loses the tournament because he needs to win 2 frames, including this one. He must first equalize. But for me, whether or not he wins this fine or not, he's some kind of a revelation of the tournament after being out of action for so long, playing for some parts of the competition so good, reminding us that he is still there to be counted, even after going 4 frames to 1 down. Actually, it was 5-1. He's still demonstrating that he is still in there with a chance now, attempting combination shot. It is a foul. A foul which more likely than not will be the last action. He will have involvement in the competition. For a free shot, I want to think that Ian will be potting the yellow. Mansoor has just played. Maybe not, by the way, because the red that is in between the 3 left on the table is not the best positioned red. He may have to contemplate playing that red to play it into more space for a free shot. Mansoor will be waiting and hoping and playing. Perhaps for a free shot, Ian is contemplating playing black into yellow. Pot the yellow, leave the black packed. He's having the black in mind, not positioned exactly very well unless he has very good cue ball. If he were to go for a clearance, that's why he may have to play the black for a free shot. And for a free shot, Ian has decided to put one of Mansoor's yellows. The cue ball as a resting position is so close to the cushion. More likely than not, frames like these, he normally finishes them. Seems not to have made up his mind which of the 2 reds he will want to put first. The one that is leftwards or rightwards of the 2 goes for the rightwards one, which is the bottomwards one. If you're watching on Facebook, he must get his pot correct. He must get his movement of the cue ball correct. I think he is. He may have to play The same exact shot again. Pot again play the cue ball with backspin, bounce it off the cushion, but this time with a little less energy. Here he is. And yes, here he puts now. This one is the big one for unintentional. Ian wants to roll the red remaining onto the table, to the corner pocket, top left if you're watching on YouTube. It is top right if you're watching on Facebook. Play it with a little bit of top spin. Cue ball moves leftwards on YouTube, such that it will be natural. He will want to put black and red to the same corner pocket. He must perfect this one. If he does, then perhaps he will be winning another comp. And there he is. One big round of applause to seal the day. Ian Kazibwe against the black, and wins his 8th competition this year. Very formidable, very competitive, with a fighting spirit of someone that has rejected what was a pending big fight from Mansoor, and Ian comes out successful in the final with a score of 9 frames to 7.